Buenos días, buenas tardes o buenas noches, dependiendo de lo que esté viendo este vídeo. Bienvenidos a lo que se viene a otro vídeo nuevo de Tangle Tower. Hoy se viene lo chido. Hoy vamos a hacer todas las acusaciones, vamos a ver qué es lo que dice cada personaje, a ver si son capaces de quitarse todas las culpas o si, por el contrario, encontramos algún hilito del que tirar porque todavía no tenemos ni idea de quién puede ser el asesino. Así que, muy atentos, porque se viene. Aquí fue donde nos quedamos, nos queda mirar a Penny, creo que es la que nos falta, y ya de ahí ver quiénes son, qué sospechas tenemos, qué es lo que tenemos que hacer y descubrir cosas. Así que, vámonos al último lugar. Al aviario. Muchas cositas por aquí, o sea, a esta señora le gustan las flores, sobre todo las flores, los pájaros. Aunque viendo que tiene como alitas, tiene mucho sentido todo. Qué monos.
An especially fancy cage.
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
Oh, mira, justo. Pájaros y jaula, 3 pájaros de colores vivos en una pesada y ornamentada jaula. Mucha info, la verdad, me das. Un espejo.
I don't like mirrors. They steal your soul.
Te roban el alma. Oye, si los espejos realmente te robaste el alma, que puede ser, ¿eh? Yo no digo que
I do
no.
by weight. I can feel if one side is heavier than the other.
Bird diagrams.
Tiene muchas cosas de pájaros.
They're beautiful. Someone really knows their stuff.
Voy a mirar aquí.
My little writing desk.
Oye, pues
Kinda
acá si
cute.
tiene alguna cosa importante, vamos a cotillarlo todo.
There's nothing written in the book, although someone's torn a page out of the middle.
Vamos a hablar aquí con ella. Hola, buenos días.
Oh, just beautiful. What is it?
Huh?
Sort of a delicate jade, but with a little seafoam green, is that right?
Sorry?
Your
Perdona?
hair, dear! Which shade do you use? It's lovely! And that shape, you're really pushing the envelope.
Gracias,
Oh, thanks.
supongo.
I do what I can to offset Grimoire's beige on brown ensemble.
Detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer
Bueno,
to
dicen
blend
que
into
va
the background.
pelirrojo, ¿sabes? Que tampoco llama
you're
mucha
the
atención
detective?
eso.
Delightful. Penny Pointer, pleasure.
Is that short for Penelope?
Officially, yes.
No me
but I
digas.
never can be bothered with all 4 syllables of it.
¿Es en
Penelope
serio
sounds
que
a little
has dudado que Penny sea
ostentatious
el
coming out of the mouth,
diminutivo de
don't you
Penélope?
think?
¿Eres un
Sure.
tonto?
Yeah.
Vale, vamos a preguntarle cosas.
20-something, Aquarius, love to travel, and nearly all of my friends are birds.
Travel? Where to?
Vaya,
Anywhere at all, as long as it has species worth studying. Ornithology, they call it. I call it the only thing I've ever been good at.
And
Uh-huh.
have you studied the birds here at Tangle Tower?
But of course.
a ver, no,
What
si
else do you
quieres,
think
yo
I
creo que esos
developed my
pájaros están
love
ahí por
of the
divertimento.
field? No matter where I go, I always find myself coming home to Tangle Tower.
Because of the birds.
Oh, no, because of him.
¿Quién?
Silly to admit, but I suppose I can't bear for us to be apart.
Who are you
¿De
talking
quién?
about?
Pero dímelo.
Oh, don't you know? My fiancé, dear Fitz. He's
Coña, que
not
esta está
really
prometida
the
con el de,
traveling
con el de las plantas.
Fitzfellow.
The very one.
Ostras,
You're
esto lo
engaged to
cambia
a member
todo.
of the fellow
Porque
family?
creo que con
That's
Fitz,
interesting.
¿se dijo?
Hmm.
No estoy 100% segura.
I'm not especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our 2 families.
No estoy
Fitz and I
segura.
find it much easier to stay out of it altogether.
Vale, cuéntame sobre qué estuviste haciendo
I
ayer,
woke
anda guapa.
early and headed down into the greenhouse to see Fitz. He's always there. Crack of dawn, every morning like clockwork.
How come?
It's where he's happiest. That and he has a great deal of work to do every day, watering, pruning,
Uh-huh.
mulching, whatever that is.
Do you help him with the work in the greenhouse?
Dame
Oh,
que no.
no. I wouldn't dream of it. I'd probably break something.
Bueno, al
So,
menos lo
You
dice.
stayed with Fitz the whole day?
No. In the early afternoon, he went back inside. Rather suddenly, as it happens.
Did he say why?
He didn't. Probably just a touch of heat stroke, the poor dear. He's more delicate than you'd think.
Ese tío
What did
tan
you do
alto,
after
¿es
that?
delicado?
Let's see.
A ver, bueno.
I returned to the
Puede
aviary
ser.
to feed my birds.
And how many birds are you responsible for?
Officially 4, but in truth it's more like 400.
Can they not feed themselves?
Of course, and they often do. But I think they just like the company.
Comprendo.
As
Todo
do
es
I.
comprensible. Cuéntame tu declaración, por favor.
Sometime in the evening, I left the aviary and headed back towards my room. But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. He was muttering something. Seemed a bit upset, the poor dear. I followed him down, but the grand hall was empty by the time I got there. Empty aside from Detective Hawkshaw, who was loitering over by the library.
Perfecto.
I don't know what it was,
Todo
but
cuadra.
she looked a little lost. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower. I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path. For some reason, he was
Okay.
coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather lost, too. I told him I was looking for Uncle. He suggested we
Pero
look
hemos
up in
quitado en
Flora's
su
tower
momento todas
room.
las evidencias de
Could
que
see from the
Félix
hallway.
fuese.
The door was off its hinges. I knew then something was terribly wrong. A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Oh,
Uncle Pointer was there. Fitz, too, standing over in the corner with Fifi and Poppy.
What about Flora?
Of course, silent as ever. Uncle suggested we should leave. Give the others some space, you know. So he and I
Sí.
both returned to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
hoy de cocina, entiendo. Perfecto. Vale. Quiero que me hables de la gente. Por ejemplo,
Isn't he strapping?
He is
es grande.
big.
And so brooding.
Kinda sulky, yeah.
I can never tell what's going on in that beautiful head of his.
Vale, se nota
It
que
just
está
sounds
un
like you don't
poquito
know him very
pillada
well.
de
I don't
del
remember asking for
prometido.
your input.
O sea, bien. Eso es bueno. ¿Qué piensas de la muerta?
She'd sit in the aviary, first thing in the morning, and paint the birds. Sometimes she'd ask me their names.
Freya was interested in studying bird species too?
No, just wanted to know their names. Isabel, Clementine, Myrtle, Lysandre, Genevieve.
Got it, thanks.
O sea que todos
And
los
on my
pájaros tienen
21st
nombres.
birthday, she gave me a framed painting. All the birds from a single spring, with their names written underneath.
Oh,
I can't begin to tell you how much I've treasured it.
Sounds like you two were close.
I feel like I always struggle to articulate my admiration for her.
no creo que
But
sea
she
esta,
had a way
no
of
sé. Es que
understanding
sigo dudando quién puede ser el
Unspoken
asesino.
things.
Vale, o sea, vamos con el
She's a most
detective.
unsavory little.
Uy, no le cae bien.
She was incredibly rude about my appearance.
Tranqui.
Which part? The
Cuéntame.
giant bird arms or...
If I were her, I'd go easy on the judgment of others.
Ahí estoy con ella.
She looks like the ghost of a scarecrow. I just wish Uncle Pointer would tell her to behave herself.
Professor Pointer? Why him?
Oh, it was Uncle that
O
called
sea
her
que
in.
realmente
She's
quien
his
le llamó fue el
responsibility.
tío.
Did you not know that?
Háblame de Flora.
A fellow bird enthusiast. She's quite the expert, truth be told. Studied them professionally at one point. I think her father taught her.
Are you friends with Flora?
A little bit.
A little bit friends.
She's one for the peace and quiet. I dare say I'm a little too loud for her.
I can see that.
I do admire her, though, really. Always felt like she could have done better than settle for Felix.
Ouch.
I said
Me
it.
encanta. Out. Háblame, yo qué sé, de
Oh,
Poppy.
did you talk to Poppy already?
Yeah, a little bit.
And did you make any notes of what she told you?
Yeah, I did.
¿Por qué se siente como
Lovely.
que con Poppy está siendo un
Burn
poco
them. It'll all be lies.
zorrupia?
Why would Poppy lie to us?
Because that's what she does. She's a snake. Looks like one, too.
¡Coña!
Don't you think you're being a little unfair, Penny?
She started it.
¿Por qué empezó ella? Quiero saber el chisme. Fifi.
She mostly ignores me, if I'm honest.
How come?
Well, We're not quite on the same intellectual level.
A ver, creo que eso lo sabemos
Oh.
todos, que nadie
I mean,
está al
well,
mismo
you-
nivel
I mean, you don't
intelectual
need
que
to.
Fifi.
Oh, no. It's quite all right. I'm comfortable with it.
Vale, me faltaría preguntarle por
Can't say I've
Porter.
ever taken an interest in
su
Uncle's
tío.
astronomy. On occasion, I've dared to
señor
visit him in his
Percival.
tower, but I always regret it. It's all just a little too abstract for me.
What do you mean?
Oh, did you know the sun is apparently over 400,000 miles wide? Okay, so what should I do with that information? How does it help me?
Don't look at me. You're the one who memorized it.
Y hablemos de Félix.
I must say, I really don't care for the den of self-delusion that he's retreated into. People are better off when they just let themselves be themselves. Between
Okay.
you and me, I think Felix is secretly rather miserable.
Vale, vamos a preguntarle alguna cosita de por aquí interesante, como por ejemplo
There used
esto.
to be all kinds of birds here at Tangle Tower. The most fascinating breeds, all totally unique.
Used to be? There are birds all over the place.
Most of them are rather ordinary, I'm afraid.
What happened to the non-ordinary ones?
That is a very good question.
Vale, y
I
los
must
pájaros
say
de
the girls
jaulita.
are awfully well behaved today. I think they know we're in the presence of company.
They belong to you?
A
Why
ver,
do you
cuéntame
keep them in
esos
a
pajaricos que
cage?
tienes aquí que
They
me
need a
interesan.
special diet, particular treatment. I let them out to fly occasionally, of
¿Por
course.
qué?
But they're all one of a kind. I couldn't let anything happen to them.
Vale, o sea, son únicos
they
en su,
have
en su
names?
especie.
Of course. Let me introduce you to Tabitha, Tamara, and Tatiana.
La triada de,
I've forgotten
de
all
test,
those
¿no?
names.
Which one is which?
Oh, that's simple. Tatiana is the oldest, Tabitha is the most patient, and Tamara has the best sense of rhythm.
Glad we cleared that
Me
up.
quedo igual,
What
¿eh?
about the one on your head?
O sea,
On my head? He's just my hat. He doesn't have a name. Who would name their hat?
¿es un sombrero? Creí que era un pájaro que estaba mío. O sea, what the fuck.
We can get into Penny's room now.
Vale, volvemos a la
Now,
habitación de
like,
Poppy.
right now?
A ver, encontramos aquí.
That's all the statements.
Vale.
Let's go over them all.
Vamos luego, ¿vale? Vamos a buscar cositas por aquí antes.
That's some flower.
There's something weird about it. It just feels out of place.
Flor una maceta. Una flor de vivos colores de forma inusual. Se la ve muy sana y bien cuidada. La tierra de la maceta parece fresca y húmeda. También es de un color azul inusual.
It's a birdhouse.
Are those real birds?
¡Oh!
Nope. They're wooden.
Vale.
They're using up all the perches.
Puzzle. Hay
What
que
if a real
hacer
bird
un
wanted to use it?
puzzle. ¿Qué podrá ser? A lo mejor cambiando este aquí. Que este esté aquí y este. ¡Ah, claro! ¡Colores! ¡Colorimetría! Tiene todo el sentido ahora. Porque azul y amarillo hacen verde. Así quedaría, yo creo que bien. Sería lo más normal.
I got it.
I'm
Los
impressed.
colores. Jolines, qué tonta. Verde y rojo hacen marrón.
Did the door open? What's in there?
Papel arrugado. El papel arrancado y hecho una bola. En su interior hay pétalos de flores rojas. El papel tiene garabateado un mensaje airado. Ahora iría por ella. Los pétalos de la flor proceden de una flor roja que crece en el jardín de la azotea. Interesante, la verdad. Vamos a preguntarle a la Penny. Penny, guapísima.
Yes, it's my, my flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least like the look of the flower?
The look?
The colors? The shape of it? Between you and me,
I think it's a little vulgar.
Vale.
That's rather strange.
Sí, porque estaba en la casita
found
de los
it in your room.
pajaritos.
Just lying
Cuéntame.
around, was it?
Nope. You'd hidden it, but we found it.
we do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's really none of your
Oye, a lo
business.
mejor estas sí tienen algo que ver. Interesante.
There's something about the report of Fitz going up Pointer Tower. Something suspicious.
Uy.
Let's ask him about it.
There's something about
Creo-
those petals we found in Penny's room. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Vale. Tenemos todo. Tenemos todo ahora mismo. Ahora mismo podríamos ir y preguntar. Vamos a ir empezando ya a sacar sospechosos. Y voy a empezar por Penny.
I feel like I'm standing in a giant birdcage. Yeah, we found this.
Oh, that's nothing.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper.
A
and
ver,
hid
vamos a
it in
empezar a
your
sacar
room.
ya
That's
conclusiones,
not
gente.
nothing.
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
Claro. Es que estos son de rosas
They're from
rojas.
red roses. And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses.
Vale.
And who they belong to.
Una evidencia, vale. ¿De dónde sacamos la evidencia? Aquí. Ah, mírala. La flor de Fifi.
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
I can't imagine what you're getting at, but it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I
Ya,
have
pero
taken
era
something
prometida
from a
de
garden
Fitz,
to which I
pues tú
have no
podrías entrar en la
access?
habitación.
Is it really only accessible from those two
O,
bedrooms?
más
For most
fácilmente,
people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the
tenemos
resident
pajaritos. Los pajaritos
ornithologist.
pueden ir a por las
My
cosas.
dears, what are you accusing me of?
De conseguir flores. Mira. Uno de los pájaros de Penny. Vale. Se usó para espiar a Poppy y a Fitz. Y robar
One
las
of Penny's
pruebas.
birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those two have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up
A ver, es
to.
normal cuando de repente ves que tu prometido
I'm just
está
not
más
the
pendiente de
jealous
otra
type.
persona.
I would
Literalmente
never
dices,
suspect Fitz of anything like
Fitz,
that.
he is
Besides,
mine.
Tabitha hardly
Go
ever
away.
leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of them has been in the rooftop
Algo que
garden.
podamos usar contra ella. A ver. Las plumas. Porque fijaos, las plumas coinciden con ellos.
Let's take a closer look at these.
Tenemos esta, la amarilla, es de este. Se la dejó el este cuando hizo la
This yellow
azotea.
feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
Easy peasy. ¡Hala, Penny! Empieza a hablar, guapa, lo
Can't
siento.
stand it! Knowing the two of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me.
A ver, bueno,
He's
esto
so
esta
quiet
señora
these
creo
days.
que no
Being with
es
Poppy
la asesina
seems
porque
to bring him out
está
of his
más bien
shell.
metida en su
I don't know
drama,
what he sees in
su
her
drama
miserable little-
romántico porque Poppy le quiere robar a Fitz.
I apologize. This really isn't your burden to bear.
O sea, esta señora creo que está totalmente libre de pecado, ¿vale? Entonces, voy a usarla a ella. Vamos a ver qué dice ahora.
So, Professor,
Señor
what
Pointer.
interests you about astronomy exactly?
It's not a matter of being interested. Once you expand your mind to the wider universe, it cannot be unexpanded.
Mm-hmm.
Ajá.
And how long have you been an astronomer?
I really don't like to give exact values unless I'm sure I can quantify them.
Convenient.
Why do you ask me these things?
I have a theory about you, Professor.
Oh, go on.
Esto es increíble. Vale. 3 preguntas. He descubierto que un meteorito sigue la Tierra. Está intentando que le pongan su nombre a otro planeta. No le interesa nada la
You're not
astronomía.
really interested in astronomy at all.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I think you're interested
Realmente
in a
sí,
slightly
porque el hecho de que
different
estuviese
field of
escondido algunas
research.
cositas que esté mirando allí, yo creo que te interesa más esto.
I don't have time for tiny, insignificant
¿Seguro?
insects. My studies focus only on the
¿Seguro? ¿Y por qué estaría
inconceivably
escondido
large and
justamente
the
ahí?
unimaginably far
O sea,
away.
¿por qué estaría escondido eso ahí?
Right. That's why you like using your telescope so much.
Yes, naturally. My little portal into another world.
Yeah, about that.
Sobre eso. El telescopio. En realidad está mirando a la escena del crimen. Porque Pointer vio un... ¿Y no hacia el
Pointer's
cielo?
telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
¡Ajá!
First, you
pillado.
accuse me of being a lowly entomologist. Now you're accusing me of what?
Pues sí,
Spying?
te
Are
estamos
you
acusando
spying?
de espiar.
Why would I
Poti.
need to spy on Flora?
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle specimen, and it's made you paranoid. You think somebody stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were spying on. Might have been Freya.
It's a very precious specimen, incredibly rare,
Empieza a
valuable
largar,
in
anda,
ways
guapo.
you could never understand. Freya was always sneaking around, both towers and in the gardens too.
Ajá.
She was definitely up to something.
So, this next
Siguiente
question is
pregunta.
important. You were looking to Flora's room around the time of the murder. Did you witness the crime, Professor?
No, I didn't. When I looked into the room, Flora was already lying on the floor.
Flora?
Vaya.
You mean Freya?
No, Flora. She was lying by the window.
¿Cómo?
I couldn't see Freya at all. It was fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a very good angle.
Es verdad, o sea,
That's why I decided to head over there
y más
myself.
de uno
I
creo
needed
que
to know
fue
what was
Fitz
going on.
This
dijo
changes your statement, doesn't it?
que Flora estaba
everything I
tirada en
told
el
you in my
suelo cuando
statement was
entró.
true.
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Right.
Entonces me he quedado un poco taqui taqui rumba con todo esto. ¡Poppy! Es tu momento, bonita. Vamos a ver qué descubrimos con Poppy.
I need to
Sospechamos de ti,
confirm
guapa.
something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it
Vale, el
yours?
trono del cassette.
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Ujú.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
Ya,
The
sí, sí,
tape was
pero que
found
eso
at the
es
crime
tuyo,
scene.
a mí, ¿eh?
It was
Guapa.
in the gramophone.
En tu
It's not
gramófono.
mine.
O,
I
como decía
never
Penny,
own anything like that.
mami
Why
grafo.
not?
Not my color.
Te digo yo que puede ser tu color. ¿Sabes por qué? Porque antes
You
sí que le
used
gustaban
to
esos
like
colores.
these colors.
Ridiculous.
¿Y por qué? Por
We
la
need a clue to
foto.
compare with the cassette tape.
Porque, o sea,
Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors.
cuando le pregunté a Fifi por la foto, dijo, ah, sí, éramos nosotras antes, tal, no sé qué. Y cuando le enseñé la foto a a Penny, se quedó con un poquito lo... eso se hace.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Está la Bobby. Que encontrarse la escena del crimen. Ah, vale, ya está. Está aquí, la
The
respuesta.
pink cassette tape
Ahora sí,
found at the
me he
crime
ido un poco.
scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old
¡Jaja! ¡Pillada!
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll
¿Cómo
prove
que
it.
no? ¿Cómo que no? Si juntamos esta foto con esta, se ve perfectamente que
You
sois
look a little
vosotras.
different, but Fifi
O sea,
and Freya
por
are pretty
Dios,
recognizable.
no me seas
It's clearly
toca
a photo of you
huevos.
with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up?
Que siendo la
and then
bestia
hide it.
Presti,
I think the answer is
podemos
pretty
no
straightforward.
meterte en todo el berenjenal. ¿Vale? Pues que vieron que tiene ese
Poppy doesn't
aspecto.
want to look like that anymore.
That's it.
Sí, y ya está.
Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
Por alguna razón y no
Reason
quieres verse así.
She doesn't want to look like that anymore.
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Lo que tú digas, guapa.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
Es de ella.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
Es
I
una
have
buena
no
pregunta. Porque si es algo que le dio su amiga, es raro que se le rompiera de esa manera. Así que es como... ahora que hemos terminado con esta señora, vámonos a ver más exposiciones. Nos falta acá está este y este. Vámonos a hablar con Fitz. Hola. Disculpa, me gustaría saber qué piensas. Aquí estamos por el chisme, mis cielas.
Poppy
Sobre
and I are
Poppy.
friends.
Oh, I can buy that. Dark clothes, blue hair.
Vamos a ver qué chisme
an
me trae
average of
este
3
hombre.
words per sentence. Oh, you're like 2 peas in a pod.
She's very kind, and she has an interest in plants. Unusual flowers, mostly. I've been teaching her.
Right.
Is something wrong?
¿Vale? Y sobre tu prometida.
Penelope is my fiancée.
Don't take this the wrong way, but Penny doesn't really strike me as your type.
She's not who she pretends to be. People think she's... well, they make assumptions.
And how's the relationship doing recently?
Good. It's good.
Ya que estamos, vamos a preguntarle por
Those
esto.
petals,
What?
they're red.
¡Joder! ¿Y la flor?
A flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
Mean anything to you?
Why would it?
Come on.
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower. I just don't have a reason to.
Ajá. Vamos a sospechar
So,
de él.
Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower. Holding a knife.
That's not right. I don't go into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
A guess.
Es Fifi.
She doesn't like me
Fifi
very much.
decía muchas
But
cosas,
yeah,
la
she
verdad.
was mistaken.
Por eso la adoro
Maybe
tanto.
she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
¿Qué pienso? Que Fifi
Fifi
vio otra
did see
cosa.
Fitz, but he was holding
O
something
sea, a lo
else.
mejor estaba
if
pensó
it
que
wasn't
era
a
un
knife,
cuchillo
what was
y
it?
realmente lo que llevaba era esto, porque es lo que más se parece a un cuchillo, si os dais cuenta.
What about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental.
Te lo regaló
I
tu
have no
prometida,
reason to
¿verdad?
take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
El coso este es lo que usa Fitz para cuidar la flor de la maceta del cuarto de
An
Penny.
ornate trowel is used by
Por
Fitz
decir.
to look after a potted flower in
Tiene
Penny's
sentido,
room.
es una pala para la tierra.
That flower.
Por eso también la flor
Yes.
tenía
I've never seen it before.
We need a clue to compare to that flower. Something
que
that
no?
proves its connection
¿Cómo
to
que
Fitz.
no? ¿Cómo que esa flor no es tuya? Algo para comprar directamente con la fruta de la maceta. Pues la fruta de la maceta, ¿no?
Let's take a closer look at these.
Vale. La tierra. Del cuarto de Penny coincide con...
The pot and
Ya
soil
está.
in
O sea, es que es la
Penny's
misma
room
tierra.
matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse.
Es la misma, o sea, no hay que ser un genio
Let
para
me
saber
guess.
que es lo
Penny's
mismo.
flower was originally a gift
Así de
from
claro.
you, Fitz. There's no way it's a coincidence.
No way what's a coincidence.
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
It took me a long time to breed. I wanted the colors to be exactly right.
Qué
That's
mono.
some gift.
Me parece muy
Turns
cuco,
out
o sea, me
Penny
parece muy
isn't
tierno. Creo que
particularly
tampoco puede
interested
ser.
in
Este
looking
hombre
after
realmente
plants.
está más
So I go
pendiente
into
de
her
las
room
flores
every
y
now and
tal.
again.
No se
But when she's not
centraría
there,
en
water
llevarse
the
aquí por
flower,
delante.
change the soil, just trying to keep it alive.
Sobre todo porque este hombre busca crear vida, no quitarla. Entonces es un poco... Seguimos dudando, no tenemos todavía un posible... Esto. Vamos a hablar con la Fifi. Fifonia, vamos a ver. Fifi,
Is this your diary,
sospechamos
Fifi?
de ti,
We
corazón.
found it in your bedroom.
Of course it is mine. Ridiculous question.
Why is it locked up like that?
Would you seriously require an explanation? Very well. A fairly common concept, the so-called secret diary, is favored in particular by girls between the
De
ages of
10
10.
So there are
Bueno, ¿qué
secrets
esconde?
written
Me
here?
importa más no
This
por
particular
qué, sino
diary
el
is
qué hay
unused.
dentro.
It doesn't look unused.
Porque
It's
es de alguien
somebody
más, a lo
else's
mejor.
diary.
How could you arrive at that conclusion? It is kept in my bedroom. It is mine.
Porque se
We
está
need a
recordando
clue
a
to
alguien.
compare with the diary. Something to prove who the original
Las
owner
fotos,
was.
claro. Mira. Es el diario de la,
Let's
de
take a
la
closer
otra.
look at this.
O sea, el diario es igual. O sea,
This blue
Ya
book
está.
is the same thing as the
Es el
secret
mismo.
diary, which proves it belonged to Freya.
You were hiding Freya's
realmente
diary in your
dentro del
room,
diario de Freya
and
había
you kept it
algo.
locked too.
El que
Why
no lo
would I
sé.
do either of these things?
Fifi no quería que nadie viera los secretos personales del diario de
Fifi
Freya.
didn't want anyone to see
Tiene
personal
sentido.
secrets within Freya's diary.
Tiene mucho sentido.
Is this true, Fifi?
I know Freya was your friend, but if you're trying to hide something,
You did not know Freya, so this might be difficult to understand.
Bueno, pues
She did her own
cuéntanoslo
thing,
para poder
in
entender
her
lo
own
que
way.
significa todo.
By concealing Freya's written accounts, it is simply my intention to preserve her
Su
innocence.
inocencia. ¿Inocencia de qué?
might be easier if you just let us read the diary, Fifi.
Very well. I will open it. However, as you read it, please remember, Freya was the most kind and the most wise person I have ever known.
Uy, me da mica que hay gato encerrado, ¿eh?
All right, Fifi unlocked the diary.
Finally. What's in there?
Vale. Tiro secreto. Ha vuelto, esta vez en carne y hueso. Fui yo, lo dejé salir. Tal vez debería romper ese cuadro. El portaalmas funciona. Qué cosita más impresionante. Ahora tengo 2, necesito otros 2 más. He encontrado el camino hasta el medio, sorprendentemente fácil. En comparación con el arpa. Los he visto a los 5, los ojos se oscurecieron. Pese a todo, aún tengo una promesa de cumplir. Haré lo que pueda. A ella le vendría bien algo de compañía.
Freya was definitely up to something.
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
Vale.
Maybe we should go back and check.
Luego.
We could have missed something.
Luego aún falta hablar con esta persona. Vamos a con tus sospechas,
This
maja.
little microscope thing?
Vamos
You
a ver qué
said you
sacamos
used
aquí de
it to
claro.
search the greenhouse.
And this would make perfect sense if
O sea,
you knew
es
what my
que,
client had asked me to find.
Sinceramente, teniendo en
Of course,
cuenta
I
que
still have
a
no
esta
intention of
le llamo
disclosing that information.
el
You're
porter
such a
por el
tease,
hecho de lo del
Hawkshaw.
escarabajo.
Don't worry, we already worked out what you're searching for.
Pues no sé qué decirte, la verdad. ¿Dónde está el escarabajo dorado? Aquí.
You're not as hopeless as you look.
Thanks.
Le hacemos
So, that's what you were looking for in the greenhouse? This beetle?
Surely
bastante
even you
listos.
can understand the logic of it. The greenhouse is home to a great many insects. The gardener
Poco a
could have
poco vamos
easily
sacando
kept the
cosas.
beetle hidden in
Aquí.
there.
Well, Fitz said you questioned him, but didn't actually search the greenhouse.
He is not exactly the type to appreciate subtlety. He simply didn't notice that I was using my microscope.
What do you reckon, Grimoire?
I know for a fact she didn't use the microscope in the greenhouse.
No, en el invernadero no. No, 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 no.
It's not a
Es
microscope
que
at
no
all.
lo es.
All of a sudden, Detective Grimoire is some kind of expert on microscopes.
Es que no lo es, mi reina. A ver. A ver. El microscopio portátil usa, según Fifi, una lente telescópica.
The handheld
Esto sí.
microscope, according to Fifi,
Esto cuadra más.
uses a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it. I'm inclined to believe Fifi when it comes to stuff like this.
Preguntémosle a la
Hawkshaw.
esta y ya está.
Why did you lie about owning a telescope?
When you were a child, what did you aspire to become?
A detective? Naturally.
Emperor of the Galaxy?
I wanted to be an astronomer.
Really?
Me encanta.
I harbored a desire to understand the secrets of the wider universe. A fool's errand, to be sure.
¿Por qué no me
But a seductive one.
sorprende?
At 15, I decided instead to apply my intelligence to the world around me. And
Ajá.
so, I became a detective.
Hombre,
But the
pasar de
yearning for
astrónoma
elusive
a
knowledge is a
detective
powerful
es un gran
force.
paso, la verdad.
I tried to keep it
Son
with
como
me.
dos cosas distintas.
Sorry, but we're way off track. What's the deal with the little telescope?
A memento from my childhood. Little
Ajá.
more than a toy.
Why did you bring it with you?
Comprendo.
When
¿Y
I
cómo
discovered
creíste?
that it was Professor Pointer who had hired me, I dared to consider it something of a planetary
Ah,
alignment.
bueno, pensaste
I
que a lo
had
mejor
hoped
podrías,
you
no
might
sé.
sign my
Ah,
telescope. An extremely childish indulgence, I admit.
comprendo,
I never would have
comprendo. Todo
guessed.
tiene mucho sentido.
Hold on.
Ok, ok.
You're admitting you didn't use it in the greenhouse then?
Correct. As it happens, I have no need to search the greenhouse to such a degree.
¿Por
Professor
qué?
Pointer doesn't consider the gardener a suspect in our theft investigation.
So, who is your
¿En dónde es que
suspect?
es el
Things
sospechoso?
have become complicated. My lead suspect is your murder victim.
Ibas a por Freya. Espérate. Espérate. Que no sea esta la sospechosa número 1, ¿eh? Vamos al lago a hablar con Sally. Sally. Hablemos. Vale, declaraciones de los
That's all the
sospechosos.
statements
Primer
collected.
punto.
Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then I heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
Es que
He
ahora...
thought it was coming from Flora's tower.
so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick
Es
down
que
the
la
door.
única que no me
Poppy and
cuadra
I
es
went
la
in.
detective.
Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs.
I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs. They're just outside my room.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Hay algo que no me cuadra y no me quiere cuadrar.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me.
I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside.
Vale.
He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow
Para
Tower
mí,
to find Professor Pointer.
que va a ser la detective,
Poppy left the room
que le
for a
hizo
while.
algo a...
When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi
Motivos,
too.
razón por
Felix
la
and Penny
que
arrived
lo haría
shortly
es que...
after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the
O sea,
unfinished painting.
no es
She took me
ninguno,
down to the library. We were in there about 15
no
minutes.
es
I
ninguno
quickly decided that
de la
I should leave also.
familia.
I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long, but when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's
No sé.
disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
Sí,
They
todo
don't just line
encaja.
up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm
Sí,
each other.
eso es como muy raro. Vale, la escena del
We know a little
crimen.
more
Hablemos de la
about the
escena del
crime
crimen,
scene
por
now.
favor.
So, what do you think? Was Freya stabbed by her own painting?
No. No, ni de coña. Para mí que sigue estando... La sangre del tarro se usó para pintar la punta roja de la esta. Para que parecía un
Blood from the
cuchillo.
paint pot was used to paint the red tip of the painted ink-dip feather to resemble a bloody knife.
¿Pero por qué?
I think you're right. Can't decide if I'm disappointed or relieved.
¿Pero por qué
I have a
exactamente?
question.
No lo entiendo.
Why?
Either
¿Qué
it's a
es
very
lo
strange
que aquí
coincidence,
más
or
hay?
somebody set it up.
Somebody deliberately put blood in the paint pot and hid that feather after the crime. Why? To distract us?
Possibly.
Well, it worked.
Possibly.
Flora's the only person who could have hidden the feather, unless someone took it from her.
Let's go over what we do know. The door was locked the whole time. It stayed locked until Fitz kicked it down. Normally, it can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope, but he did see Flora lying by the window.
So whatever got Freya got Flora too?
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
Hold on. If there was no knife, then what did stab Freya?
¿Con qué lo apuñalaron?
It could be
Es mi gran
anything. It
pregunta.
might not even be
O sea,
important.
How is it
está
not
claro
important?
que arriba había
Right now,
algo.
I'm less
O
interested
sea,
in the what
algo tuvieron
and
que
more
usar para
interested
poder
in
hacerlo.
the how.
La cosa es como lo hicieron.
The angle of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle. That is,
Claro.
from directly in front of her. But she was standing right up by the canvas.
Y que estaba la
Somehow,
otra.
Freya ended up lying on her back, still perfectly in line with the painting.
Maybe something went through it.
Through the painting?
¿Cómo?
Wouldn't that leave a hole?
O sea,
Okay,
para-
well,
o sea, la
how about
cosa
this?
tiene,
How
está
do we know
claro
Freya
que
was stabbed
fue con la
before she
polea,
fell over?
hicieron que
Maybe
el
her being
cuchillo o lo que
stabbed
fuera
and her
bajara.
falling
Mi
over are
pregunta es
completely
cómo
unrelated.
lo hicieron si ella estaba dibujando. Sigue habiendo muchas dudas aquí. Demasiadas.